Welcome to your instruction video on reliable and valid sources. My name is Tracy, your instruction librarian at McNeese State University. When you need to find information, where do you go? Most people will pull out their phone and do a simple internet search or even ask Siri for help. When you are writing for an academic purpose, you will need to cite your sources. So, how do you know when your source is valid? If you are using our library website, then you can be sure that what you find is a solid source. However, if you're using the open web, such as searching on Google or looking at social media, how do you determine if an information source is reliable? Remember that when you're writing to inform, reliable and valid sources are critical. Your readers determine your credibility based on the accuracy of your information. You risk losing your credibility when you do not verify the validity of your sources. Which source is more reliable on the topic of Dracula? We have 4 sources listed looking at Dracula from different perspectives. On the left is an article from NPR discussing the cultural effect of Dracula. Beside it is a biographical look into Bram Stoker in the form of a book. Third is a peer-reviewed article on Bram's treatment of women in the novel and their relationship to monstrosity and sexuality. And the last is a fan fiction story on Mr. Harker's first hunt. So this was sort of a trick question. The answer is it depends. All 4 of these sources can be reliable depending on the context of your information need. If you are writing on the cultural effect of Dracula, for example, the NPR article and even the fan fiction story could be relevant to arguing your point. However, if your topic is about Bram Stoker's portrayal of women, the book about Bram Stoker's life, as well as the peer-reviewed article written by an expert in the field, would be much more appropriate than relying on the fan fiction author. Authority is constructed and contextual. So what does that have to do with Dracula? Let's break that down a little bit. No matter where you get your information, whether it's from a peer-reviewed article, a book, or a social media post, think critically about the information. Ask questions about the author, such as, is the author qualified to speak on this subject? Can they be trusted? If so, they are considered to have authority. Authority is constructed or built over time. Think of the first source from our Dracula example. This was an article from NPR, the National Public Radio. We can trust this source because it has a reputation in our community. While you may not always agree on how they report the news, it is considered a trustworthy source. Authority is contextual in that the information need may help to determine the source of the authority required. The context plays a role in the trustworthiness of a source. Like our Dracula example, a source may be perfectly valid for one subject, but not necessarily for the next. There is a lot to consider when browsing the open web for sources. If you feel overwhelmed, try using the acronym KAPOW to evaluate a website or article. KAPOW stands for Currency, Authorship, Purpose, Objectivity, and Writing Style. View our video tutorial on evaluating websites to learn more. Still have questions on reliable and valid sources? Contact us by phone, email, or stop by the reference desk. Thanks for watching.